here and welcome back to the channel, my fellow Drifty Maniacs. Today we are reviewing the GPToys S920, otherwise known as the Judge Pro. Now, I'll say at the outset, this is brushed, not brushless. And you're thinking, oh no, terrible Richie, it's going to be slow as can be. It has got two brushed motors contained within here. Anyway, let's get straight down to it, check out a few of the features on the outside of the box and then dive into the unboxing. And then we're going to do a runtime test later on in this video, see just how good this thing is around the yard. Okay, well I'm seeing some good news on the outside of the box from the outset. 3-wire servo, so if you want to upgrade the ESC, the motors, etc., you don't have to change the servo, which is always a good sign on there. Rubber tyres, twin brushed motors on there, and it comes ready to run with twin 1600 milliamp 25C batteries on there. Aluminum differential, how will that hold up? Well, we'll test how I carry it to see. And 6 oil-filled shocks. What, not 4, Richie? 6. Let's get this thing open, find out what all that's about. And they claim it does 48 kilometers an hour. I'll put the GPS on it, see if we can prove that right or wrong. Well, anyway, the instruction manual happened to fall out the side of the box. In the front here, you've just got details of how to set the car up, etc., etc. But you've also got a full list of spare parts. GPToys do tend to make hobby-grade cars. And not only that, you've got exploded diagrams in the back showing you exactly how to rebuild the thing should you need to. Now they state 48 kilometers an hour on there, which I think is a smidgen over 32 miles an hour, somewhere in that region. So what do we get for our money? Well, we get the car itself, more on that in just a second. Instruction manual, fairly comprehensive. A huge bag of goodies on here. I'm going to dive straight into this because I've seen something, didn't realise the car came with, that has caught my eye. We've got some LED lights to fit, both for the front and the rear of the car. Now I was going to say, it comes with 2 USB chargers. Thinking, what the heck do I need those for? Obviously, twin batteries, that's what you need it for, idiot boy. The only downside is, there's only one USB connector. That might be something GPToys might think about in future, is doing a power supply that could take both of these chargers at once. But I've got plenty of these, so not a problem on there. Now, you'll be thinking, Rich, those don't look like normal battery chargers. These types of charger are becoming more and more common, and they charge up with the battery through the balance port on there. The great thing being, if you're driving out to like a bashing spot or something, you can plug this in your full-size auto and be charging the battery along the way. And it comes complete with the dual Dean's connector. Now the transmitter feels a little bit lightweight. Some people might regard that as a little bit too plasticky. Could have done with being a little bit more weight in it. Steering, throttle, brake, reverse on there. Steering trim, steering dual rate, reversible steering, and at speed mode between high, you can switch between low and high. I guess that's if you've got kids or are new to RC, on off switch on there. So 3 batteries in there and we're off and running. Now at first glance you might look at the body and think, oh, that's scratch Rich, it looks terrible on it, until you realise the body film is still on the car. I'd love to know how many people out there have still got the body film on their RC cars that genuinely don't realise it is still on the car. When you remove it, all those wear and tear scratches on there, then they're not kind of there anymore because they were just on the body film. Let's have a walk around the outside of the GPToys S920 Pro. That is where 4 of the shocks are, at the rear, 2 of them at the front. Anyway, let's check out the outside before we go looking inside. Tyre tread, oh man, that feels quite tough. Not too plasticky. Some of these cheaper cars, the tread can feel a bit plastic and a little bit soft, and this feels really tough rubber. As I say, 1/10 scale. I'm interested to see what this thing handles like with twin motors in there, because that's definitely going to be a huge amount of torque. I'm guessing that LED headlights kits are going to fit in the front here, liking what I'm seeing from the outset in a minute. Anyway, let's take that body off. Whoa, wasn't quite sure what to expect inside. Everything fully enclosed on here. Twin Dean's connectors for the batteries, which are both 2S 1600 milliamp LiPos a piece on there. Twin batteries, single battery connector. That is what the adapter is for. Anyway, starting at the front of the car, moving backwards, our LED lights are going to fit in somewhere in here. Oh, speaking of which, that's quite a nice impact bumper. Good bit of flex on there, Richie boy. We'll put that to the... oh, mind you, saying that, you're a little bit... I was going to say we might put that to the wall test, but if you look at where the bumper is in line with the front tyres, the tyres are likely to hit before the bumper hits the wall. I would like to see that maybe forwards, maybe about an inch or so, in order that took the impact before the tyres did. before potentially damaging the front suspension arms on there. Four-wheel drive, that's quite substantial metal drive shafts in there, both front and rear. I'm thinking those are about 5mm a piece on there. Obviously don't fit the lighting kit, 2 white LEDs at the front, 2 red ones at the back, and then this cable simply plugs into the receiver, into the combined ESC and receiver here. Now it comes with a lead that enables you to run the 2 batteries in parallel on here to give you extended runtime, and that will also give more grunt because you've got more milliamps in the 2 batteries combined. But I've discovered what this piece of plastic's for. If you want to run 2 batteries, you need to put this strap around and use the adapter. If you want to run 1 battery, then you remove the adapter, and this piece of plastic, and I wondered what the heck it was for, fits over the top, clips in place, meaning the whole thing is waterproof. A little bit of friction down, I'm not sure if that oil-filled shocks or not on there. Damping on the car is not too bad. You really can't see anything. In here we've got our servo, here we've got our combined ESC and receiver, and we've got 2 motors, 1 to either side, powering all 4 wheels of the car. Say 4 shocks at the rear, 2 shocks at the front. I will say the thing feels like it could take quite a beating. That is not, it's landing pretty wet on there, not bouncing back up. So there's some damping effect on there. At the rear, again, that bumper is going to take a fairly hard whack. Moving down the underside of the chassis, arms, pretty good, nice smooth underside on there. Arms at the rear, they're not triangulated or anything like that, but they look like they will do the job fairly well. Got a feel is, this thing might not be too bad around the yard. Anyway, both these batteries are fully charged, so let's go find out. First of all, quick suspension test. Lift the rear wheel until the front just comes off the ground. Ooh, maybe only an inch of clearance at the rear there. Defies belief given that drop test of the truck. And again, so the suspension is fairly rigid. It only looks like we've got about an inch of travel, but the thing feels like it will take a lot before actually bottoming out. Anyway, Rich, fit the batteries in. First of all, we're going to test it with 1 battery, then 2 batteries, see how much of a difference there is. Okay, taking the Judge S920 from GPToys out around the yard. First thing I notice is, despite me having plugged the lights in, they don't appear to be working, but that's semantics, is that what I say? Whoa, mama. Well, this thing is not necessarily... Whoa. Got a huge top speed on it, I'm thinking. Going to take a while to build up to that top speed, but got the feeling of a lot of torque. It's difficult to get across the way a car feels on camera unless you talk non-stop like I do, which really annoys my wife. These tyres definitely would be better on blacktop than they would on this concrete, but this is not a bad test. I'm like a bit disappointed I've not got a blacktop drive or tarmac to drive upon, but at the same time this concrete shows up deficiencies in the car. Full throttle, and it's going to spin out. Okay. Ooh, huge turning circle. Under full throttle, it will spin out. You're going to be able to provoke this thing into a bit of lift off oversteer, which I like personally. If you've driven front wheel drive car, if you're from the UK and you've driven front wheel drive cars for most of your life, you'll know how to provoke lift off oversteer. If you drive like an absolute hooligan, that is. It's rapid as opposed to super fast on air, but this is single battery test to start with. How does it brake? Oh, very good brakes. Brakes are absolutely vicious on there, which is great for beginners. And got enough torque. Oh, tell me you caught that on film, Richie. We'll have to say, well, not the fastest thing in terms of outright speed. The torque from those double motors is going to see it go through most stuff like a dose of salts. Now, how will it handle the grass test? Full throttle on grass. And how does it handle transition from one surface to another? Pretty good, actually. The steering radius on grass is not great. No, it's not bad either. And it's got a huge amount of grip. I have a feeling that the twin batteries in here, this thing's going to be quite something. The brakes,
absolutely outstanding on it. And those bigger tyres, like I say, massacring the grass. Well, the first thing that strikes me is it can take a bit of a beating. It's not, don't buy this expecting to be rocket shit. Okay, it's got twin brush motors on it, one battery on here at the minute. Will it take a bang straight into the wall? Oh, quite probably, Rich. Anything broken? Absolutely not. One day they're going to make something like this brushless. Oh man, that's gotta hurt. But it doesn't. And when they do, Traxxas Sonoma, be very worried indeed. Because these boys are improving the cars with every single one they make. This is very predictable handling. Not bad for shelter in place. And it's like I say, 1/10 scale, so it's not as big as the Traxxas 1/10, but not bad nonetheless. On here, bit of water on the, a bit of damp on the tyres on there, and they want me to flick the back end out until the tyres have dried out. Bear in mind, this is not the easiest of space to work in, people, on here, because I have lots of concrete walls around, which I could, oh, smack into like that. Oh my god, it's busted to pieces. And no, it's not. Oh, man. Richie head on wall test, come on. Oh. Traxxas tough, armour tough. Welcome to the GPToys S920 review. It's just about bulletproof. Oh man!
So there we have the first outing of the Judge S920. Will it be any quicker with the twin batteries in? I suspect maybe not, but I do think we'll have quite a bit more torque. And that is what this vehicle is all about. It's not necessarily about top speed, as I say, it's rapid as opposed to fast, but being 1/10 scale with those twin brush motors, I predict this thing is going to plough over just about anything. Anyway, people, have your say in the comment section below the video. And if you like this video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.